starts with knowing that you have a soul,
Right.
an eternal soul, right?
So,
So that eternal soul does, doesn't die, right? So even
right.
if you leave this body, but you do not lose awareness, even if you feel you go to sleep, but you do not die, your information is stored in the avatar, right? In your information is stored in a soul disk, right? So it's like
Okay.
the light mind kind of can plug your disk in and you can have a life. Then you can unplug the disk. You can die. You can wait 100 years, and it can plug back the disk back on, and you have another life. It's like loading a computer character in a video game.
Your soul. Your
Yes.
soul is like a disc.
No, your soul is like a sphere of light, but it accesses a disk.
Okay. So this is revolutionary information. This is
Yes, nobody
a
knows about it.
so how could you could you tell us how it is that you know about it? Because nobody else seems to know about it.
Yes, because of who I am and what I represent. Like through the holy lineage where you can connect to structures of creation, right?
So this holy lineage is kind of open to the world now. Is that what this book?
Yes. Yeah, it's supposed to activate in you the holy gene, the family of light gene.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing that's not holy to begin with, right? Unless you separate your consciousness from God, right? Unless you choose to separate yourself from oneness, right?
Right.
So holiness is oneness, and
So
the infinite power and infinite energy.
so would you say this book can help you reconnect with this oneness, even though you may have disconnected
Well,
from
it
it?
definitely gives it a good shot.
It gives.
But yes, you can, of course, you can. Like the family of light gene has been forgotten, right?
Right.
So the timeline we live on now is cut off from the eternal source, right?
Right. And that's why there's so much sadness.
For creation to rebirth itself, it has to destroy kind of the old society and create a new society. But the crystallization of the soul gets collapsed and it has to be reprocessed through avatar technology.
I see. So that I imagine is quite a learning curve for people. It's like
Well,
learning
yeah,
all.
because they don't know what happened to them, right? Like nobody understands why did they just pop out on this planet, right?
Right.
So it was just a program of reactivation of a society, right? That was calculated from Atlantis, even.
You explain some of this in detail in a particular part of the book about light creation, like
Yes,
the history of what happened to us.
yes,
Um, is that a condensed version of what actually happened?
yes, it is. Yes,
So that's exciting, John.
yes. It is
So
exciting because we are going to become a new type of being, right?
right.
It's like buying a new model of a computer, but just in a different scale, right?
I see.
So the
I
new
see.
society we're going to be living in is like a new updated type of experience compared to the old one.
This is incredibly exciting. The shadows in the book, how would you describe them right now? Like to someone that, to a person, how would you these are real things. These are real energies. Or how do you describe to a person what that is? What the
They're
shadow?
negative parallel selves, right? They stop you from
Oh,
experiencing your full destiny, potential.
so taking responsibility is a huge part of this,
Yes.
of taking on this.
Yes, you have to understand you're connected to a tree of parallel people. Just like you
Right,
have fingers on a hand, right? In terms of a higher structure of being, you're connected to a group of people. So if those people do bad things, they affect you, right? So you, as the consciousness of the whole tree, you have the right to cut yourself from the broken kind of branches, and then to regrow new positive cells, kind of.
your characters they all kind of reminded me anyway of something that I always wanted to be. And in Marion, it was this incredible heart, like intelligent heart, that I always had a sense.
Yes, so that's like the gene that's forgotten in the world.
Right.
That's like the frequency of the light mind, which has been forgotten in our time.
So by reading the book, would you say that it kind of allows us to become, if we choose to become these archetypes?
Yes, of course. You can anchor to the tree, right? Because it's
Okay.
all about having the intelligence and the understanding of what happened to the
Right.
planet, so you can remember and re-anchor to the avatar tree.
Well, this is very interesting and really, really good news, and it's something totally new.
Yes, it's definitely something new that didn't exist before.
Right.
So the way the head has to deal with it is try to accept the premise of what it represents. It's like life before computers and after computers, right?
Exactly. Okay.
So I mean, whoever wants to use a computer, they can. But they
Well,
have to learn how it works.
right.
So we're talking about a divine technology which is very complex, based on frequency readings and energetic readings.
Right.
It's like connecting
Well,
to a higher God internet. Kind of like if you're put under pressure but you believe in light, right? The light mind would birth the solution.
like the key coming for you.
Like the key
Like,
coming for me.
so that's the pressure.
Because you can like rewrite the timeline back in time to give you energy for your solution.
Okay.
That's how it grows in strength.
How this
Well, there
narrative.
is like a prophecy, right? That the moment when you can meet your twin soul, right?
Right.
The creation is sealed positively. So your life
Right.
from then on will be clean and exciting. But the planet hasn't even been supporting the frequency of the twin soul reunion.
Right.
And like the planet is thought that meeting your twin soul is stupid and useless. but they don't know about the complexity of the soul disk resonance.
Basically, we've given up and gotten pretty angry.
Yes.
Pretty angry.
And now the robots rewrite this. There's no connection to the living avatar anymore, but through us.
Does your book actually change history? Is it that powerful?
Yes, it does. So we're talking about that the consciousness, when it's connected to the light avatar, it can use tools, hyperdimensional tools, right?
Right.
To switch probabilities for itself, for the destiny, right?
As
So you
in
can access this mega tool that can make you smarter, or can manifest things for you, can empower you, right? It's like a computer game when you load up an armor or tools or weapons. So I mean, like the idea is to for the planet to realize what people do on an energetic level, right?
Okay.
And also the timeline when they function through the family of light structures has been eradicated. So nobody remembers the light Jules Verne.
Right.
And how, and his sole mission to update the world, right? And his mission was to kind of like download the archive from Atlantis into the new upcoming society.
When you were being...
It's about creating mental structures which do not break under the projections, right?
Right.
To try to connect, you have to remember that creation on a higher place has always infinite energy and infinite will to help you be successful. So it's about you connecting to that place, to open a gate in the mind of intelligence to receive energy from there. And like when John was captured, it was Alice who came and saved him, basically, through the structures.
Right, because she showed up in his mind. Is that
Yes.
correct?
And she gave him the will and the energy charge and the crystal resonance for him to escape.
Right, I remember that. So would you say it's the desire, it's knowing your twin soul that really pushes you?
Yes, it's the biggest motivator of will. Well, it's a subtle feeling, right? You just have to believe that the light mind created someone out there for you. And it's your right to meet them and experience physical existence with them. Because that creates a huge resonance of joy.
Well,
so nobody has the right to say you cannot be with your twin soul. I mean, whoever says that is disconnected from the tree.
Whoever says what?
Whoever says that, there's plenty of fish in the sea, they're just
So
disconnected from the structure.
I know
The twin soul is a very unique entity.
Yes, I'm getting that sense.
It's like experiencing yourself in two bodies at once with a very complex resonance between the soul blueprints.